Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Willie Jolley and my beautiful bride. Come closer, sweetie pie. Don't be so far away.
This is Dee.
Dee, my bride Dee. Authors of the book Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. I want to invite you to go to jollymarriage.com, see our free TED Talk on how to never, ever argue again in marriage. We've been married 40 years. 40 years. Haven't had an argument in 38 years because I always do what she tells me to do. How you like that? I beat you to the punch. Give me that yang talk. Anyway, greetings, everybody. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did something different. We went to the beach because my wife and her brother decided they were going to have a family reunion on their side of the family.
And the weather was great.
Ooh, was it good?
For 5 out of the 7 days.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah, beautiful. Rode my bike a lot and had a great time. Anyway, had a great Thanksgiving. Hope y'all did too. We're going to talk tonight about a topic about how do you handle with grace when your spouse, your partner flirts with people other than you. And it's obvious.
I think we need to define what is flirting.
Okay, we can talk about what is flirting. I'm sure most people have a clear definition in their brain what flirting is, but
or what it feels like, or what it looks like.
Okay, well, let's talk about what is
Because in some
flirting.
instances, being charming
Could be considered flirting. I mean, let's talk about what is flirting. Let's talk about what is flirting.
Okay, why don't you give
why don't I give some backstory? First of all, we invite people, send your issues, situations, and problems or items that you want our counsel or our thoughts on in your marriage. Well,
in your marriage or relationship, because we've expanded.
Yeah, in your marriage or relationship. So a husband and wife had a son, and the son brought his beautiful new girlfriend over. And the father...
Was this for Thanksgiving dinner?
No, this was prior to Thanksgiving. And the father said, that's like Labor Day. Father said, "Whoo, you're fine. I sure would like to see your mama."
Who provide the information? The wife?
The wife is sending the information to us.
Okay.
She said in her presence, he said, "You fine. I sure would like to see your mama." Okay. Well,
jokingly?
In his mind, he thought it was funny. Then, that was for the Labor Day. Came over for the Labor Day. And they had a cookout. And everybody was sitting around the area with chairs. And she got the girlfriend got her plate. And she said, "Well, there are no more seats. Where should I sit?" And he said, "I got somewhere you can sit." And the wife did not take that kindly. And she let him know it right then and there. And they got into a big argument. And so what do you do? So now you can define flirting. Since you brought that, hey, Linda and Greg, happy Thanksgiving. So glad y'all are watching in from home. See, we got a lot of folks joining us. Jumpin' Jacks, DC, my creative girl, Damian Pettis. So folks are joining in from all over. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's talk about what do you consider what are your thoughts about that?
What do you think is flirting?
Why don't you talk about what your
I'm
definition
you,
of what flirting is? What is flirting?
Is it when you pay a compliment to someone of the opposite sex with?
I mean, come on.
I'm thinking with
I know you have
undertones
done the research. Give me the definition. Why are you going? I know you have done the research. I know you've got it there somewhere on your paper. Tell me what flirting is. You trying to be coy.
Being extremely familiar with someone, to compliment with some suggestive. Words.
Suggestive. Now, I could say to one of your friends, Damian Pettis says the husband was dead wrong. He crossed the line with his comments. I agree. First of all, I agree because in our book, we talk about you make your significant other feel significant.
So I think it's being disrespectful.
Right.
But I've also read we have to be careful with when I'm saying what is flirting, because perhaps it could be cultural.
Okay, cultural. There's one thing for me to tell your girlfriend, Carolyn or Gladys, you are beautiful. There's another thing for me to say, you're beautiful, and I sure would like to get up next to you.
I don't think you
why don't you say, you're beautiful?
How do you, it's how
I think the
you
suggestion,
say it.
I know it's the air of suggestion that there's something beyond a compliment.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going back to Damien about the husband crossed the line. And I say in our chapter number 5, leave the drama with your mama. Chapter number 5 says, drama antidote number 1. This was so right on, Damon. Make your significant other feel significant. One of the secrets to a successful relationship is to make your spouse or your partner feel significant. So often, or as often as you can. Make them feel special and important. I've been doing this for years, and I know it works. I've often asked about the recognition I give my wife, Dee, at the beginning of my programs and throughout my programs. I talk about her in every speech. When I initially mentioned her, I stop and tell the audience, please excuse me. But when I mention my bride, I get weak in my knees. I get weak because we're newlyweds, and I really am smitten by her. Then I say, yeah, we're newlyweds. We've been married for over 40 years. But people always ask, how do I say I'm a newlywed? After over 40 years in a marriage, my answer is that I still have the fire for her. I would crawl over broken glass to get to her. And I've told her on numerous occasions that if she leaves me, I'm coming with her. After people finish laughing, I share that this was one of the reasons why we have been able to stay married for so long. I believe some of the reasons we are happy, or one of the reasons that we are happily married is that we both, not just me, both make a concerned, concentrated, concerted effort to make the other feel special every opportunity we can. Dee doesn't speak as often as I do, but she makes me feel special every day. Sometimes it's in the things she does for me to help me with my goals and dreams. And sometimes it's just by the way she says hello. In reality, it's the little things that mean so much. And that line is taken from a song that we have in the back of the book called It's the Little Things That Mean So Much to Me.
Okay, let's get back.
The way you smile, the way you look at me like a child. I'm happy as can be for you. All right, my friend John Register, CSP, CPAE, just joined in. Oh, he is one of the great speakers. He's in the Speaker Hall of Fame. I was there tonight. He got it. Great speaker. Y'all look him up. John Register, like a register. Okay. He says, He said, look, I can live 2 weeks off a good compliment. Samuel Clemens said that. That was Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens. And when you gave her credit, it is beautiful. I saw when you were awarded the cabinet. See, he was there when I got the cabinet. So, all right. Thank you, John, and welcome. And everybody go check him out. He's fabulous. Okay, go ahead.
When you made the suggestion that we should talk about this topic, I said, this is probably not something new.
You're right. You did. You immediately said he probably has done this often and over the years. Often.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then what did you say?
Which is a level of disrespect. Now, for him to do this in front of his spouse, but this is something that that is not new.
Well, what did you say was the remedy for this? Go ahead, tell him. Go ahead and tell him what you said to our staff.
I don't think it's politically correct.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I said I would not embarrass myself in front of family, friends, or whatever with his comments, but I would delay my response until he has gone to bed and gone to sleep. I am absolutely not. I'm saying that's why I have to be a Christian.
Yeah, you had to be a Christian.
Because
you would hurt somebody while they're sleeping.
Not kill. Wouldn't look good in pinstripes and all that kind of stuff.
In orange.
No.
Jumpsuit.
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
But who remembers Lorena Bobbitt?
Oh, ouch.
Is there anyone old enough to remember Lorena Bobbitt? Anybody got a comment?
Ooh. All right, let me say a couple things about this whole conversation.
Which is something that should have been he was probably doing this before they got married. And this is my supposition that I'm going to change him. You do not change people.
Well, here's how she tried to change him, by fussing it out, arguing it out. It ain't gonna work.
No, it does not work.
Here's what I would recommend. First of all, he was wrong to embarrass his wife in front of anybody, to be inappropriate to anybody in front of his wife. Number one. Number two. And John registered that involved hot grits, because we were talking about that down at Thanksgiving at the beach. Hot grits, because some people hadn't seen Al Green in years, but everybody remember when I said Al Green, they said, "Oh, grits." Anyway, number one, the husband was wrong. Each time he says something that is not encouraging to his wife, he's wrong. I don't care what he says.
But
number
he didn't
two.
know. I'm saying
number
he
two,
didn't
though.
know that.
Number two, she did what she probably been doing, which is to lash out in front of everybody and have a big argument there.
And nothing has changed.
Nothing changed. Because he blew it off. You're always arguing. I don't care what you say. Da-da-da-da. Here.
And it embarrassed
her. Now, let me tell you something.
I'm sure. The son's girlfriend.
I was too young to know the inner dynamics of a relationship or couple when my dad died. I was 13. So I have no frame of reference on my mom and dad and their relationship and how they disagreed or whatever. But I did have the blessing of seeing Dee's mom and dad and being around them. Now, first of all, he was a pastor. She was the first lady of the church. They were upstanding, wonderful people. But let's say he misspoke in the pulpit. Let's say he wanted to say something about her brother, that he was always on her brother. Her mother would never, ever say anything in public. She'd wait till she got home.
There was
ever
nothing ever derogatory. Now,
she was
in context, my father was a fire and brimstone pastor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
My mother took the edge off.
Well, he
loving, kind.
but just having a fire and brimstone is not it. He was not a warm and fuzzy guy.
He was to me.
But to everybody else, he was pretty stringent. Okay. He was pretty stringent. He was not warm and fuzzy versus your mother, who was extremely warm and friendly and fuzzy and wuzzy. Okay. So that gives that, because he could be a fire and brimstone preacher. That doesn't mean that he's not warm. He was not a warm kind of guy until you got to know him.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, he stand off. Now I don't know where I was going with
he
that.
was an introvert more of a son.
He was more of an introvert.
Right.
Until he got in the pulpit, and then he's going to tell you you're going to go, it's hell and damnation.
And the hellhounds are coming to get you. All right.
Loving and kind and warm and fuzzy was my mom.
Yes.
And that drew people in.
So that we were going with,
and
the fact she would never say anything until she got home.
Now, my mother ran everything.
Everything.
But my dad was the head.
Yep. And she would say, I'm the neck. And the head can't turn without the neck. And
how she
handled it.
How she handled him is different than man. You manage things. That's what I say.
Okay.
And you handle people gently, and to get them to cooperate, to do what is in their best interest is a full-time job. And I'm here to speak to that.
You did. You managed me, handle me.
No, I handle you.
You handle me.
Sometimes it doesn't work. But
you manage my career, but you handle me. Let me say to this woman or any other women who are having a issue, or men who have an issue with flirtatious spouse, here's what I recommend. Number one, don't make it a public scene.
Don't correct in public.
Right. Okay. Now, number two, I want everybody who is going through this or has been through this or needs help with this to watch our TED Talk. Because we give 4 tips on how we don't argue. Haven't had an argument in 38 years. First, be friendly. So you can't be friendly when you're angry. You got to let it cool down.
But with this, it needs to be done completely in private.
Yeah, but you got to cool down. Be friendly. Then be frank. Here's the big one about how that made you feel. If this woman had said to the husband, when you said to the girl, I got somewhere you could sit. You know how that made me feel? That made me feel devalued. That made me feel belittled. That made me feel insignificant. That's how it made me feel. You don't have to holler, scream, raise your voice. You just have to share your heart. That's how it made me feel. If he had any basic mentality, he would say, that was not my intention. We went to a wedding one time.
There's an ongoing communication problem. Communication.
Well, but she handles the problem wrong to get.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, there's a problem, but how do you handle it? That's what we want to talk about tonight. I want you to understand, folks, that it's about not what you say, it's how you say it and what the strategy. There needs to be a strategy. Okay?
And when you say it.
John said, I know Dee handles Dr. Willie Jolley.
Pray for me.
And she said, she handles me and keeps me straight. Now, let me finish this thought. The 4 F's: be friendly, be frank about how that made you feel. Say that. If she had said that the first time he did it, years ago, you make me feel devalued, insignificant, belittled. You hurt my feelings when you do that. No one can ever argue with your feelings, how something makes you feel. They might not agree, But they can't argue that because that's your feelings. So, ma'am, future reference. When he says something, trying to be funny, trying to be cute, trying to be, the life of the party, say, don't do it then. Remember Dee's mother. Wait till you get home and then have a conversation. Be friendly. Be frank. This is how that made me feel. Be fair. Why do you do that? Ask the question. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? And let him answer, because I think it's fun. He might not have an answer for it.
He might not have an answer. He might not really know, because then when you ask that question, why, then you have to go inside and think about, and it could be something way in his past, family dynamics, the culture of the family. This is how I get attention. It opens up a whole nother avenue. Now I've got to think about, who am I? I don't know why I say, because
you have to ask him and see if you can have some. He's trying to get attention. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get people to notice. He's trying to be funny.
And then it's now what?
Thank you, Linda Wigfall from Greensboro, North Carolina. We were near. Well, we weren't near you, but we were in North Carolina. Anyway, thank you. Your state was wonderful. It was warm. Anyway, so be friendly, be frank, be fair. Ask why the person does that or did that, and then be focused on a win-win. You've invested time and money and resources into this relationship, and in
their case, they're married because they got the grown son.
Right. You got years into this. This could break it up if not handled wisely. That's why we say to couples, and we don't counsel, we do marriage mentoring. So somebody has a mentoring issue, we will mentor them, and they get a session, they get on our calendar, and we'll mentor the two of them or individual if necessary. And you can get information on it at jolleymarriage.com. And if you don't see it, just send us an email at info@williejolly.com. info@williejolly.com. So be friendly, be frank about how this makes you feel. Be fair. Why did you do that? And listen. Openly listen. Don't shut them down. Don't interject. Don't cut them off. Let them talk. And then be focused on a win-win. This is about keeping this thing going. Be friendly, be frank, be fair. Why do you do that? And be focused. Be focused on the win-win. Hey, thank you, John Register. You got it. And folks, that is the secret. It is a wonderful formula, and it works without fail. We haven't had anybody who said it didn't work. But you've got to be able to do those things and be fair and be frank, and not, you did this, you did that, you did. Stop. Point to self.
I think frank, some people are frank and abusive. I think
be frank about how it made you feel, not how be frank about them. Again, the finger must not point to them, it points to self. This is how this made me feel. Mm-hmm. I felt belittled. I felt devalued. Mm-hmm. I felt insignificant. You hurt my feelings. I felt like nothing. Woo! That works. It works. And if you do that, so this gentleman was obviously out of line. The wife, I'm saying to you, Miss Wife, you blow your opportunity when you get angry. Mm-hmm. There's an old saying I wrote in one of my books about anger. Those who they want to destroy, they first made angry. Because when you're angry, you cannot think clearly.
There's danger.
It's danger. The word anger is the word danger without the D. The D is for discipline. D-A-N-G-E-R versus A-N-G-E-R. The D is for discipline. You must have discipline. You can't go off the handle. You can't fly off. You can't, what is the word? Pop off on them, okay? Damien said if the roles were reversed and she made a statement to a guy like that, how would he feel? Ooh, that's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. That's good. Well, if the roles were different, how would you feel if I told a guy, you look good, my man. I'd like to, you can sit on my lap. that would be totally inappropriate, disrespectful.
Yes,
Okay.
disrespectful.
So, but men get away with it more because
they're men.
Yeah, because they're men, and it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wrong to not make your significant person feel significant.
And then you know what? He might want to hurt. He might have wanted.
Yeah, we don't know that. We don't know. You going into you guesstimating again. You don't know. There wasn't in the letter. You have no idea.
Not.
You making up stuff.
We don't have any more background information.
No more background. So you starting to throw in. Well, it could be. Yeah, it could be a million things. If it's not on the paper, we're not going to bring that into conversation. All right, and we're not going to talk about their motivation. Nobody knows their motivation but them.
But that is important too. We don't know that part. The motivation.
We don't know the motivation. We don't know the motivation. We do know the impact it had.
Yes.
All right, that's the bottom line. The impact it had on her was she was embarrassed by his, and it hurt her feelings.
Yes.
That's what we want to focus on. So I hope this answers the question. Remember, folks, you can always send us an email at info@williejolley.com. info@willie, WILLIE, jolly.com. We encourage you to go to jollymarriage.com.
Did you spell your whole name? See, you spell INFO for info, which is the easiest.
Info
the challenge is
Willie, WILLIE, Jolley, JOLLEY.com. And the E is for enthusiasm. Okay. Go to jollymarriage.com, get the book. If you don't have the book, it's a great Christmas gift for people, for yourself, and for people you love, particularly couples who might be struggling. Get copies of the book and get it.
You don't have to be struggling.
You're right.
Better.
You want to enhance their marriage. Yeah. So get the book. It's a great tool, great gift. Jollymarriage.com. You can get it. Well, we don't want you to get it at Amazon because we want to sign it. So that's why we want you to call it. And if you get two, we recommend don't get one, get two. We give you a discount, a significant discount if you get two, because we want you to both read it at the same time, not one read it, the other one read it. Get two copies. Third thing I want to talk about, my new book, only available exclusively, not officially out till January 6th, but you can get the pre-release first edition copy at winwithwillie.com. Just go to winwithwillie.com. You get a drop down and you can order it right there. We get two or more copies of this, you get free shipping.
It's a great way to start the new year in terms of your
another
financial.
Great gift. Yep. What's the difference between being rich and wealthy? And most people don't know. I was one of them for years. And number two, how do you help people? How do you help your children specifically who, when you have worked hard all your life, struggled, sacrificed, scrimped, and saved, help them understand that what money you leave them or give them is a blessing, not a lottery hit. Because they need to know that every generation ceiling should be the floor of the next generation. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. See, some people guard their money and some people grow their money. Come on, somebody.
That was good.
Is that good or is that good? That's telling you. All right. So winwithwillie.com, jollymarriage.com. Happy Thanksgiving. We're walking and moving toward Christmas. We'll be this week in. Thank you, Desiree Matthews. She said another great show, Willie and Dee. Thank you. Gladys Pemberton, I know you're watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Give Ron Pemberton our love. And then we'll be in Cleveland this week at the Christian Business League on Friday at Mount Zion Church under the pastorship. Mount Zion
Congregational Church.
I'll be there Friday at noon. Then Friday night, I'm going to be with Attorney Ben Crump. We're doing an event for Code M Magazine Man of the Year. I'm speaking. Ben Crump's getting a Man of the Year. And then Sunday morning, I'll be at Mount Zion speaking at 11 o'clock. Church. Mount Zion Congregational Church at 11 o'clock in Cleveland, Ohio. All right. That's it. I hope y'all have a great week on purpose. Be blessed. Send us your emails if you got an issue.
Thank you for joining
and
us.
God bless you. Have a great
and share information.
Share the info. That's right. We out. Music from my jazz album. Blessings. See y'all later.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.